Sexual assault, especially towards children, is an incredibly tough topic to approach. So many people or their loved ones have had their lives forever impacted by such violence. 1 in 9 girls and 1 in 20 boys under the age of 18 experience an assault or prolonged abuse sometime in their lifetime. Individuals may wonder what could drive someone to do something like this. Many people can go to pedophilia. Pedophilia is the attraction of adults towards children, and this is quite a taboo topic in our culture. However, whether we want to admit it or not, this happens in our societies, and let's take a look at the factors that can cause individuals to have these sexual preferences and the treatment available for those who want to get help. Firstly, and something researchers are actively trying to examine using brain imagery, is brain differences. In a study of individuals with acquired pedophilia, certain brain regions associated with decision-making, social cues, emotional regulation, behavior inhibition, and stimuli response were all noted to have damage, causing either inhibitions or disinhibition in these regards. This does not mean that individuals are not aware of what they're doing. It can simply provide some more biological evidence as to reasons why someone may have pedophilic inclinations. In addition, previous lifetime sexual or emotional abuse has been also associated with such inclinations in the future. This is not causation. This is incredibly important to distinguish, as people who may have experiences in their past are not necessarily going to perpetrate this in the future or even have such pedophilic inclinations. Next, and probably not surprisingly, the consumption of child pornography has also been strongly correlated with having pedophilic inclinations in day-to-day life. There are also several cultural factors that may play into why someone would end up committing such an act. As children are inherently dependent on their caregivers or on adults, there are many situations in which children could be taken advantage of. Some examples could be through early sexualization, family systems in which secrecy is encouraged, where there is severe family stress, early access to X-rated material, domestic violence in the home, additional abuse being present, and the witnessing of the use of sex for protection or money. We've talked about how these factors play out in real life, but what if someone has these attractions but is severely distressed by them? At this point, this is called pedophilic disorder. What is someone to do if they never want to harm a child but experiences intrusive thoughts that they do not wish to act upon? It's important to note that only about half of those who assault children have pedophilic tendencies. Imagine you yourself are in this scenario. You feel distress and feel it impacting your personal relationships with adults, your work, your life, your self-image, even if you have never offended and never wished to, as it can cause irreversible damage to other people who have these attractions. Are you still worthy of respect and consideration? Some people may say no. Some people, including health professionals, may call such individuals non-rehabilitatable. While this sort of opinion may be understandable, it is a fact that our society needs to face. Whether we want to believe it or not, there are people in our world that have such inclinations. What is someone to do if they feel such stigma? They will likely not reveal it to anyone and can turn to substance abuse, face extreme distress and suicidal ideation, or even offend and cause further harm to other humans. Providing treatment options to those that want it is probably the most effective way to ensure the safety of our children and allow humans with such inclinations to live a life in which they can contribute to the society and not damage it. Many people may have adverse reactions to my statement, but what I want to say is that it's important to note that I'm not arguing that if someone does offend towards a child, they should be free of all charges. Absolutely not. It is a crime and should be treated as such. However, it's important to recognize that those with such inclinations are often victims of abuse as well, or is due to brain differences, which are concrete things that we can aim to treat in order to ensure safety. If someone is able to bring this concern to a clinician and have it be taken seriously, there are several drugs that are available to help with this. More specifically, Degarelix and Depo-Provera work by lowering testosterone and estrogen, which can therefore lower attraction. SSRIs, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, have also been shown to have some success in this regard. Additionally, therapy, like specifically cognitive behavioral therapy, has been shown to have some success with those who are struggling with such attractions. Have there been any real life initiatives to help this problem? Yes, the Prevention Project at Dunkelfeld Center in Berlin, Germany, has actually been involved in this work since 2005. The campaign was initially funded by the Volkswagen Foundation and has been financially supported by the German government since 2008. The project's slogan is, "You are not guilty because of your sexual desire, but you are responsible for your sexual behavior. There is help. Don't become an offender." In 2005, the center ran a media campaign to try to contact those who have pedophilic inclinations and who wanted help from clinicians in order to manage their attractions. It was pledged to be confidential and free of charge. It was initially funded by the Volkswagen Foundation and has been financially supported by the German government since 2008. The slogan is, "You are not guilty because of your sexual desire, but you are responsible for your sexual behavior. There is help. Don't become an offender." The center has been a subject of several studies throughout the years. It specializes amongst those that have previously attempted to find therapy without success. It offers therapy such as CBT therapy and gives resources to other such drugs like that I mentioned previously. Patients have been shown to improve coping skills, improve their management of stress and such attractions, and sexual attitudes towards others and towards themselves. For those who do not have access to local services, there is access to online forums on Reddit and also a forum called Virtuous Pedophiles. There are many people who are committed to not committing crimes against children and wish to help other people with that goal and also educate the surrounding society. This can be an extremely heavy topic, but the reality must be faced. So many people struggle with these types of attractions, and not to mention the devastating effects that sexual abuse can cause to other people. If you are struggling, here's the RAIN hotline for victim assistance. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this presentation.